it kind of breaks out of your screen, it breaks out of your phone, and it becomes part of the real world, which is so incredible because you've created that thing, but it's digital, so you can like upgrade it, you can change it so quickly. It's not physical in that sense. You can walk around it, you can interact with it, you can place it wherever you want. So XR has like so many capabilities that other things do not provide. Hi, I'm Trisha. I'm from India, and I've been creating XR for our tech house for the past 8 years. There's so much capability improvement. It used to be really difficult to get even simple objects into AR at that point, and now there's so much that you can get. Like recently for the Ocean Twilight Zone, we got water into augmented reality, and it was incredible because that would have not been possible back in 2018. It usually starts with us deep diving into what the exhibit is about and the real meaning of what we're trying to like tell other people, and then it goes on to like understanding the visual language. Every single exhibit has such a different thing that you're trying to convey. So the whole prototype process is very different. I think the one thing that remains common in every single exhibit is that we prototype very, very fast, and we prototype multiple times because there's so much that you imagine that will look great in XR, but it doesn't, because it falls flat in certain ways, like what you see on the screen if it's taken to XR, because XR is supposed to be natural, it's supposed to feel part of the real world. And looping things that feel cold or like anything that's too predictable suddenly feels a little awkward and plastic. I mean, so yeah, the process usually is a lot of experimentation and adding what can you do more to make that concept really come out. This was part of like the Timeless Butterflies exhibit, and it kind of shows how the butterfly kind of goes from like an egg to a caterpillar to a chrysalis, and then finally the butterfly breaks free. So, and it's all happening on a milkweed plant. And usually, I mean, the whole process is too slow for you to kind of observe because it's happening in various stages. You can miss one of the stages. But with XR, we can like speed it up, and it's happening so beautifully in front of you. And there's also that option of adding that ethereal kind of feel to it, because it's such a beautiful process, and that whole timeline is visible on such a short time. So I mean, for me it was incredible to like research which butterflies are very abundant, and then how do they actually go through the life cycle, and what plants do they do the life cycle on, how many can go on one plant. It was incredible to go through. Another one was talking about telemetry. It's a process through which you can transmit a lot of data from very, very remote and inaccessible locations. So the James Webb Telescope kind of uses this process to talk to these 3 radio antennas that are placed at various locations around the Earth, not various, actually 3 specific locations around the Earth. And every time the Earth is moving, the James Webb Telescope is also connecting to a different antenna. And that whole process, it was so cool to study the whole process and then to make it feel very, very real happening in front of you. And the scale is so large, and even if you see this happening on a video, when you see it happening in 3D, happening in front of you, you understand it so well. Very exciting for me to create and understand, and then leads you down to like these rabbit holes where you don't really know what you're gonna discover, but it all becomes part of the artwork. Also, like there's literally no precedent. There is nothing else to see for XR as inspiration. I mean, we're making things along as we go. So we're making the rules and we're making the processes as we go, because art for XR has not been attempted in such a large amount of time for so long, and pushing it to the boundaries that we're actually doing, like with all the science tech that we kind of try to showcase. I don't know how much XR has been created for that. Just getting the concept that you think down into like augmented reality, there are no rules, and nobody has told you what's possible or not, so you are doing it as you're going. It's like learning through wonder. It doesn't have to be dictative, or it doesn't have to like really spell out anything, but like can it make you curious about what we're talking about, and can it can it make you look at it again? And there's so many details that we put into the artwork that every time that you see it, we keep hoping that you see something new, and you see something that's unique in it the next time that you watched it.